Okay, we are back again. Dr. Ronson from Mission Health Center. Today I want to talk about the top stretches and exercises that you can do to help your neck get freedom from the headaches that you may be experiencing. So step number one, when we start to talk about the neck, again, we'll go back for a little anatomy lesson. This is a little picture of your neck. There's 7 bones that make up the neck, and in between each of those bones, there's a disc. That's that little red thing that I put inside there. Those are the discs, the shock absorbers. And then around the spine are muscles and nerves and tendons and ligaments and all of the above. So the first thing that we have to understand when we start to look at the anatomy of the neck and we start to understand these 7 movable bones and the muscles that surround everything is we need to help things get into better alignment. We have to help them become looser, and we have to make sure that things are fully functioning through their ranges of motion. So step number one when it comes to stretching is we want to start with some basic stretches. And so you can do these with me, but the biggest thing with a basic stretch is we want to take our neck through its normal optimal range of motion. So the first thing is we can look all the way down to the floor. We can look all the way back up to the ceiling. This is referred to as flexion and extension. You can go down and hold that for 5 seconds or so. Go back and hold that for 5 seconds or so. Then you can do a head turn. So you can turn to the left, hold that for 5 seconds. Turn to the right, hold that for 5 seconds. And then you can do some tips. So you're just tipping one ear to the shoulder, the other ear to the shoulder. Now here's what you don't want to do. This is not tipping your head to your shoulder. We want to just tip our head back and forth. We're not trying to bring our shoulder to meet our ear. We just want to get a good stretch through all the muscles that surround the neck. Now, after you've done those warm-ups, the next one is we're going to paint some circles with our chin. And the reason why we do this is we're going to get some rotational movement in the neck. So I want you to imagine that you have a paintbrush attached to your chin and you're going to paint some circles. So we're going to go one direction. I'm painting a circle on a piece of paper right now. I'm going to go one way and then I'm going to go the other way. And you can go all the way up and down. You're trying to paint a circle on that piece of paper. And so those are some of the basic stretches that you can begin to do where you're going to paint circles and you're going to tip and turn. Now, once you've gotten that part done, we're going to get into some more active type stretching here. We're going to do a little bit more of the passive and active at the same time. We're going to take our head through what's called 6-way stretch. And so we're going to go down forward at a 45-degree angle towards our knee. We're going to bend over our shoulder and then we're going to bend backwards. I'll demonstrate this. You're going to start by placing your hand on your head and you're just going to pull towards the knee on this side. And this is going to stretch all the muscles down the back side of the neck here. You'll hold that for 5 seconds or so, and then you're going to put your hand on the head and you're going to pull directly to the side, tipping your ear over towards your shoulder. So you're tipping to the side here, holding that one for 5 seconds or so. And then what you're going to do is you're going to push your head backwards over your shoulder. So you're going to take your fingers here and you're just going to kind of guide. You don't want to jam your spine. And if it hurts, if any of these hurt, just back off them. Don't go as far. But the goal is that you push your head backwards over your shoulder and you're getting a good stretch in the spine. We'll do the exact same thing on the other side. So you'll stretch over the shoulder to the left side here. You're going to tip as well as pull forward. And that is what we call the 6-way stretch. Once you've accomplished the 6-way stretch, the next stretch that will really help to strengthen and stabilize all of the muscles in the anatomy that surround the upper part of your neck or the cervical region of your spine is what's referred to as a PNF stretch. So we're actually going to try to stretch under some load or some tension. And so here's the commands on this one. Is step one, we're going to try to turn our head left and right, but I'm not going to allow myself to. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but you're going to put your hand here on your face and you're going to try to turn your head into your hand as hard as you can, and you're going to hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. The goal is when you're doing this, is you'll see my muscles kind of contract here, but the goal is that your head's not turning. You keep it nice and stable, and all you do is you push into your hand as hard as you can for 3 to 5 seconds. You're going to do the same thing on this side. All you're going to do is push as hard as you can. Good. Now we're going to add 2 more to that. We're going to tip left and right. So you're going to put one hand here on the top of your head, and you're going to tip your head like you're tipping to the right, or to whatever side you want to start with. You're going to tip and push in as hard as you can. You're going to put your hand here. You're going to tip and push as hard as you can. And the goal is stability. And we only want to do 5 seconds on each one of those. Only one round. Those muscles are very small, very delicate. We don't want to fatigue them too much. So we're just going to do one round, 5 seconds each one of those. Makes 20 seconds. All right, guys, I'm Dr. Ronson from Mission Health Center. Those are some top stretches you can do to start to loosen and get more flexibility and range of motion in your neck so that hopefully those headaches that you may be experiencing start to reduce. We'll see you next time.